Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Luke McCaffrey's transformation from a promising rookie into one of the Washington Commanders' most dynamic young weapons has been nothing short of remarkable. Just a year ago, McCaffrey was trying to find his rhythm in a crowded wide receiver room, working to earn snaps and learning the complexities of the NFL game. Now, as the Commanders fight through a season riddled with injuries to key players, the former third-round pick has stepped up in ways that have caught not only fans off guard, but also his own teammates and coaches. The smoothness in his routes, the precision in his timing with quarterback Jayden Daniels, and the confidence radiating from every catch have turned him into a crucial part of Washington's offensive identity. Yet, behind this leap in performance lies a surprising offseason mentor, one who may have helped unlock the next level of McCaffrey's game in a way few could have predicted. When Luke McCaffrey revealed that he spent part of his offseason training with veteran wide receiver Adam Thielen, fans and analysts alike raised their eyebrows. Thielen, known for his meticulous route running and cerebral approach to the position, is one of the NFL's true technicians. The connection between them wasn't entirely random. Luke's brother, Christian McCaffrey, once played in Carolina, where Thielen was a key piece of the Panthers' offense. That family tie opened a door, but it was Luke's work ethic that kept it open. During the offseason, McCaffrey traveled to Charlotte, where Thielen invited him into his home, offering not just a few pointers, but a full mentorship experience. The two spent days breaking down film, running routes together, and discussing the subtle nuances that separate good receivers from great ones. For a young player trying to make his mark, that time proved invaluable. Thielen's influence is evident in every part of McCaffrey's game this year. The crispness of his cuts, the way he uses leverage to manipulate defenders, and his newfound mastery of finding soft spots in zone coverage all bear the fingerprints of a player who studied under one of the NFL's most consistent slot receivers. Thielen's journey, from an undrafted free agent to a two-time Pro Bowler, resonated deeply with McCaffrey. It reminded him that talent can only take you so far in the league. Precision, discipline, and the willingness to master the minute details are what truly define a professional. That mindset, combined with McCaffrey's natural athleticism and football IQ, has turned him into a nightmare for opposing defenses. For the Commanders, McCaffrey's rise couldn't have come at a better time. The early part of the season has been brutal in terms of injuries. Terry McLaurin, the team's emotional leader and offensive anchor, has missed several games with a lingering hamstring issue. Noah Brown, another reliable target, has also been sidelined. That left a void in the offense, a void that McCaffrey has filled with energy, consistency, and big playability. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has taken notice, dialing up more plays that put McCaffrey in motion, exploiting mismatches against linebackers and nickel corners who simply can't keep up with his blend of speed and agility. In crucial third-down situations, Jayden Daniels has looked McCaffrey's way more often, trusting him to make the kind of difficult catches that keep drives alive. What's most striking about McCaffrey's development isn't just the improved production, it's the poise. He plays like a veteran now, with an understanding of spacing and timing that typically takes years to develop. After each game, teammates praise his preparation, how he's always the first one in the film room and often the last to leave the practice field. He doesn't rely solely on his physical gifts. Instead, he approaches the position like a craftsman, sculpting his skills day after day. Thielen's mentorship only amplified that dedication. During their off-season sessions, the veteran emphasized the mental side of the game, how to read defensive backs, how to disguise intentions, and how to control tempo within a route. Those lessons have translated seamlessly to the field, giving McCaffrey an edge that most second-year players don't possess. Jayden Daniels, the Commanders' emerging superstar quarterback, has forged a noticeable chemistry with McCaffrey. It's a connection built not just on timing, but on trust. Daniels has repeatedly mentioned how McCaffrey understands the rhythm of the offense, adjusting his routes based on coverage and always finding ways to make himself available. In today's NFL, that kind of adaptability is gold. McCaffrey has quickly become one of Daniels' safety valves, particularly when the pocket collapses or the play breaks down. That awareness, the ability to extend plays and improvise, comes from countless hours of preparation and an unselfish approach to the game. McCaffrey doesn't demand the spotlight. He earns it through consistency and execution. Cliff Kingsbury, known for his creative offensive schemes, has embraced McCaffrey's versatility. He's lined him up in the slot, out wide, and even in motion to create confusion for opposing defenses. That flexibility opens up the playbook, allowing Washington to exploit weaknesses that might otherwise go unnoticed. Kingsbury has also praised McCaffrey's blocking and special teams contributions, particularly his performance as one of the league's top kick returners. That's the kind of effort that endears a player to both coaches and fans, a willingness to do whatever it takes to help the team win. In a locker room searching for stability amidst adversity, McCaffrey has emerged as a quiet leader through action, not words. Adam Thielen's mentorship goes beyond the technical. Those who know him describe Thielen as one of the most grounded, disciplined, and humble veterans in the league. That humility clearly rubbed off on McCaffrey. Despite the growing buzz around his breakout season, Luke remains focused on the process. When asked about his success, he deflects credit to his teammates, coaches, and of course, Thielen. "He didn't have to help me," McCaffrey said in a recent interview. "It was just really kind of him. I was in Charlotte training, and he let me come over to his house, watch him work, and just learn." That kind of generosity, that willingness to teach, that meant a lot to me. Those words reveal the heart of McCaffrey's rise, gratitude. He understands that greatness isn't achieved alone. The McCaffrey family, of course, is no stranger to football excellence. Luke's father, Ed McCaffrey, was a Super Bowl-winning receiver who played alongside legends like John Elway. His brother, Christian, is one of the NFL's most dynamic running backs and a perennial MVP candidate with the San Francisco 49ers. That lineage comes with pressure, but also with perspective. Luke has carved his own identity, not by trying to emulate his family, but by embracing his own path. He's not the biggest or fastest receiver in the league, but his intelligence, toughness, and discipline are elite traits that separate him from others in his draft class. And with Thielen's mentorship bridging the gap between raw potential and refined execution, the results are starting to speak for themselves. As the Commanders push deeper into the season, the return of Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown will undoubtedly strengthen the offense. But make no mistake, Luke McCaffrey has earned his place. Kingsbury's offense thrives on versatility, and McCaffrey embodies that ideal. He's the kind of player who forces defenses to account for him on every snap, whether he's lined up in the slot, stretching the field on a deep post, or serving as a decoy to free up space for others. His rise has also injected a sense of optimism into a fan base that's longed for sustained offensive excitement. Watching him develop week after week, fans are beginning to believe that Washington's future might be brighter than expected. If McCaffrey continues on this trajectory, he could very well become one of the league's premier slot receivers in the next few years. The foundation has already been laid: work ethic, mentorship, opportunity, and a hunger to improve. Every young player talks about wanting to get better, but McCaffrey actually lives it. His story is a reminder that growth in the NFL isn't just about talent. It's about who you surround yourself with and how you use those lessons to elevate your game. Adam Thielen may never have worn the same jersey as a McCaffrey in Carolina, but through that off-season bond, he may have helped set in motion a new chapter of success for the Commanders' rising star. When Luke McCaffrey looks back on his career years from now, there will be many moments to reflect upon: the first touchdown, the breakout game, the playoff push. But somewhere near the top of that list will be the quiet offseason in Charlotte, where a young receiver eager to prove himself sat in a veteran's living room, absorbing every bit of wisdom he could. That's where the transformation began, not under the bright lights of a packed stadium, but in the calm, patient grind of preparation. That's where a promising talent started becoming a true professional. And as he continues to build on that foundation, Luke McCaffrey isn't just making a name for himself. He's carrying forward a legacy of excellence, hard work, and mentorship that embodies what the game of football is truly about. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Breaking news, sports fans. Buckle up, because the NFL world just got rocked with one of the most electrifying moves of the offseason. Yes, it's confirmed. Surtain II, the sensational cornerback who's been turning heads since his rookie year, has officially signed with the Washington Commanders, and let me tell you, this is not just a signing. It's a game-changing moment that could redefine their entire secondary. Imagine walking into a room full of talent, and suddenly someone drops a bomb that shifts the entire balance of power. That's exactly what's happening in Washington right now. Rumors had been swirling for weeks, whispers through the locker rooms, subtle hints from front office insiders, and now it's all official. Surtain II, a player whose name alone makes quarterbacks sweat, is heading to the nation's capital, and fans are losing it. You could feel the excitement building on social media, Twitter threads exploding with speculation, and sports shows debating if this is the missing piece for a defense that's been good but not quite elite. And let's not forget, this isn't just a player coming in. This is an attitude, a mentality, a lockdown presence that can shift games with a single play. Now, if you've been following Patrick Surtain II, you know that this kid is something special. Drafted as a top prospect, he's been turning heads since day one. His ability to read the quarterback, his technique in coverage, and the way he anticipates routes is nothing short of elite. There's a reason analysts have been projecting him as a perennial Pro Bowler, and the Commanders clearly agree. By bringing him in, Washington isn't just adding a name to their roster, they're sending a message. A message to the NFC, a message to the league, and a message to every quarterback thinking about testing their secondary. Things are about to get a lot tougher. Imagine Surtain II paired with the talent already in Washington's backfield. The blend of speed, strategy, and pure instinct creates a nightmare scenario for opposing offenses. And it's not just about shutting down one side of the field. It's about altering the entire game plan of every team that faces them. Coaches will be drawing up new strategies. Quarterbacks will be reconsidering every throw, and suddenly, the Commanders' defense is a headline everyone is going to be talking about. But let's dive deeper into the ripple effects of this move. Patrick Surtain II doesn't just impact the games on the field. He changes the dynamics of the locker room. Leadership is contagious, and Surtain has proven time and time again that he elevates everyone around him. Young players look up to him, veteran players respect him, and coaches love the way he approaches every practice and every snap. It's the kind of presence that can transform a group from competent to dominant. And speaking of dominance, let's talk stats. In his previous seasons, Surtain has consistently ranked among the top corners in passes defended, interceptions, and overall coverage grades. Those numbers aren't just impressive, they're terrifying for anyone planning to throw against him. Imagine facing a guy who can read your eyes, anticipate your throws, and disrupt your rhythm before the ball even leaves your hands. That's exactly what the Commanders are adding to their roster. And if rumors are anything to go by, the excitement in the front office is palpable. Word is, they've been chasing this move for months, exploring every angle, negotiating every detail, and now it's finally done. The buzz isn't just online. Insiders are calling it one of the smartest off-season acquisitions in recent memory. And now, let's talk about matchups. Every NFC East team needs to take notice because the landscape is shifting. The Commanders are no longer a team that can be underestimated. Suddenly, their secondary is brimming with talent, versatility, and intelligence. Surtain II doesn't just cover his man. He covers the momentum of the game. He can flip the energy of a match with a single interception, a timely deflection, or a perfectly executed tackle. Imagine a team trying to air it out, only to be met with a player who can disrupt every rhythm and make quarterbacks second-guess every decision. That's the nightmare scenario that Patrick Surtain II brings with him. And the best part? This isn't just hype. This is proven ability. The guy has consistently shown he can rise to the occasion, whether it's facing top-tier wideouts, clutch situations, or high-pressure moments in prime time. Washington isn't just getting a player. They're getting a cornerstone, a foundational piece that can redefine how opponents view their defense. Off the field, the impact is just as real. Fans are buzzing, merchandise is flying off the shelves, and ticket sales are expected to surge. There's something electric about a move like this. It's more than a transaction, it's a statement. Patrick Surtain II represents a commitment to excellence, a determination to compete at the highest level, and a belief that the Commanders are ready to contend. Social media is flooded with reactions from both fans and fellow players, with analysts dissecting every angle, every potential matchup, and every strategic implication. The rumor mill had been heating up for weeks, with speculation about where he might land, and now that it's official, the conversation has shifted from if to how will this change the league. And honestly, the answer is a lot. A lot. Because Surtain II isn't just a player who fits in. He's a player who transforms everything around him. Some insiders are even speculating that this move could spark a domino effect. Other teams are going to have to rethink their offseason strategies, particularly in the NFC East. The Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants suddenly have a new challenge staring them in the face. Coverages will have to be adjusted, game plans rewritten, and the pressure is on every quarterback in the division. Washington's front office is playing chess here, and it's clear they're thinking several moves ahead. Surtain II isn't just a cornerback, he's a statement of intent. The team is signaling that they're serious, that they're ready to compete, and that they're not willing to settle for mediocrity. And honestly, in a league where one player can shift the balance of power, this could be the kind of move that changes the narrative of an entire season. But let's not forget the personal story here. Patrick Surtain II is at the peak of his abilities, hungry for recognition, and ready to make his mark. Signing with the Commanders is not just a career move. It's an opportunity to step into the spotlight, lead a talented secondary, and cement his legacy as one of the premier defensive players in the NFL. The timing couldn't be better. The team has been building a solid foundation, and now, with Surtain II joining the ranks, they have the missing piece that could propel them into contention. And for fans, this is the kind of news that makes you want to jump out of your seat, call your friends, and start debating what this means for the next season. It's buzzworthy, it's dramatic, and it's exactly the kind of move that gets people talking. So, there you have it. Patrick Surtain II, now officially a Washington Commander, is about to change everything. From matchups to locker room dynamics, from fan excitement to league-wide strategy. This is a signing that will be dissected, analyzed, and celebrated for months to come. The rumors were true, the speculation has ended, and now the reality is here. The Commanders' secondary just went from solid to elite, and the NFL better take notice. Mark your calendars, because when the season kicks off, every quarterback facing Washington is going to feel the pressure, every coach will be strategizing differently, and every fan will be watching with bated breath. This isn't just a signing. It's a turning point, a statement, and a signal that Washington is ready to compete at the highest level. Patrick Surtain II isn't just a player. They're a game changer, and the league will never look at the Commanders the same way again. The buzz is real, the excitement is tangible, and the impact is just beginning. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.